Video Stopwatch is a file-based trick timing software package based on Bob Corson's Video Trick Timer, but updated with technology improvements over the past 15 years. It works on a 64-bit Windows 10, 8, or 7 operating system. Do not try to use it on 32-bit systems or operating systems older than Windows 7. Also, with any water ski software, practice the software before a tournament. Do not show up to a tournament expecting to use software that you've never used before or forgotten how to use. I'm going to go over some of the highlights of Video Stopwatch, mostly the features that Bob Corson's Trick Timer software does not include. There are a bunch of features that will not be covered, so I urge you to read the short user manual that is included with the program. You're brought to the configuration settings when you launch Video Stopwatch. It asks for paths to 4 directories: the path to the SD-RAM or media card, the path to an interim working directory, the path to a backup directory, and the path to a saved videos directory. These directories will make sense after we cover copy and clear card. The first thing you want to do is ask the scorer to export the trick running order from Wisdoms. There's an export button in Wisdoms when displaying the trick running order. Have the scorer export the list to a thumb drive. Load the list by going to the Names tab in Video Stopwatch and select Import Ski Names. Video Stopwatch greatly simplifies the handling of the video files. No more manually copying the files to a directory, renaming files, etc. Insert the SD-RAM card into the slot and click on the Copy and Clear Card button. Here's what happens after clicking that button. First, any files from the working directory are deleted. This should be okay because these files have already been timed and saved in a different directory. Then, hashes of each of the files are computed. Hashes are analogous to fingerprints. The files are then copied from the SD-RAM to 2 locations, the working directory and a time-stamped folder in the backup directory. Then, hashes are computed for each of the files that are copied in both locations and compared to the hashes of the files on the SD-RAM card. If the hashes before and after the copy agree, then you know that the files are correctly copied and the files on the SD-RAM are then deleted. Finally, the first video in alphabetical order in the working directory is launched and timing the next skier can begin. The SD-RAM card is now blank and ready to go back to the starting dock so it can be used again. The 4 directories are on the right. Notice the video files 1 and 2 are on the SD-RAM card, video files 3 and 4 are in the working directory, and both the backup directory and the time directory are empty. Now I will click on Copy and Clear Card and you can see what happens in the top 3 windows. That happened rather quickly because I evidently had the data cached. Anyway, you can see that the media card folder is now empty and the working directory has 2 files in it and the media backup directory has a timestamp folder, and in that folder the same 2 files exist. Now let's time our first pass. You will notice that the buttons and text boxes are similar to Video Trick Timer. The play, pause, frame forward, frame backward, and mark buttons are there for convenience, but I much prefer using the space bar to toggle play and pause, the right arrow to frame forward, the left arrow to frame backwards, and the enter key to mark the start frame. Also, holding down the left and right arrows advances the video in slow motion. The first thing we want to do is select the skier and verify the pass and round are correct. Then press play or drag the slider to advance quicker. Get close to the first frame and then slow motion or frame by frame to the true start frame. Press Enter to mark the frame as the start frame. The last few seconds are played before pausing at the end of the 20 seconds. Replay the last few seconds by clicking on Play to End, or press a number key to play that many seconds before the end. You can also resume play to see what tricks are out of time. You can now save the time video, or it will save when you open the next video. We'll time the second pass a little differently than the first pass. Let's open the second video with the Auto Open feature. Auto Open reduces the dialog by assuming that the next video to be timed is also the next video in alphabetical order. Auto Open saves the current video if it hasn't already been saved, and then automatically opens the next video without the need of a dialog box. Video Stopwatch also sports a drag and drop feature. I have Video Stopwatch configured to save the timed video without asking. Notice that the timed video file was saved with the last name, first name, division, round, and pass in the file name. This is compatible with the convention used to upload trick videos to waterskiresults.com. Let's assume that the same computer is used to play the video to the event judges and to time the pass. Play the video in normal speed and press the Enter key or click the Mark Frame button when you see the start of the first trick. Let the video continue to run to the end. Marking while the video is playing only marks the approximate start frame, not the actual start frame. Click on Start to Play. The video will pause at the frame you notionally marked. Now find the correct start frame and mark that frame after getting agreement from one of the other judges. The real start frame is marked only when the video is paused. You should now have a basic understanding of Video Stopwatch. Please take a moment and review the manual under the Info tab within the program. Also, make sure you practice the program prior to using it in a tournament. Thanks for watching.